Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing this May the 7th, 2025 nightly daily cryptocurrency update. And you can see the Bitcoin price now as breaking news broke above the 97, approaching $98,000, and is uh, forced itself above that 97,133 major upper resistance. And if we go into the daily time frame, you can see we did have that bullish cross, and we were waiting to see if there was going to be a confirmation of the bullish cross, and we've broken above a critical resistance level, and we'll see if it can hold that. And if it does, we're realistically going to be talking about potentially a run all the way back up here at its all-time high at $100,000 if it can hold and continue to stay above. There's critical orange resistance line from left to right. The volume does continue to decline in the daily time frame, but the price continues to eke and squeeze its way up in an up and sideways consolidation ever since you had the big initial last pump right here. See that? It's just been squeaking up and sideways ever since as the price has been falling. I still think it's going to break down, but it is eking its way up higher and higher, ever closer to that $100,000. So we'll see what happens here if we zoom in to the 5 minute time frame, because this just happened right here. We'll see what happens over the next 6 to 12 hours. Does this continue to the upside? Or does this come back down and retest this 97,000? And then that's going to be decision time. Does it hold it and pump, or does it fall back below it? So that's going to be something in the Bitcoin price that we do watch over the next really 24 hours to see how this interacts with this major upper resistance level. You can see at first when it hit it, let's go back into the full screen. It got rejected like we thought it would. Now it came back up and it's above it again. Now we'll see if it gets rejected again and falls back to the 200-day moving average if it does get rejected this time, right? So we're going to pay attention to this over the next 24 hours, but could this final pump be what AMP needs to finally get some kind of a forceful pump? Some of these other altcoins that have been beaten down just as bad as AMP has been beaten down since early December of, move that out of the way real quick, early December of 2024 at its peak low in early to mid-April. It was down 79.5% at current price. It's still down 73%. It's one that has not pumped back up. I've been talking about it for probably 100 days, maybe 120 days, that there should be some kind of a technical pump because these are bearish continuation patterns, but bullish reversal patterns with falling channels. And this was a falling channel. And ever since about right here in mid-March, we've been trading sideways and along the uptrending top side of the falling channel until we had this most recent pump here about 2 weeks ago, right? So I still think there's going to be a pump, and this may be what we needed to do it. We're going to continue to watch. And the reason I say a technical pump is because when these channels break the opposite way after they fulfill themselves, in this case, it's a falling channel, so it would break out to the upside. The technical area of a target is up near where the channel started, which would be up in that area. And I'm targeting on a breakout up here near that 0.00860 with an overshoot into our area, into the technical target, right? So that's what we're still watching. We're going to continue to pay attention for that. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I still think that it's got to happen just because it's been so oversold. The XRP, we all know the head and shoulders, topping out reversal pattern. We all know that we're on this critical neckline right now at $2.09. We did bounce off of it yesterday, like you would think you would, and we did, just like we were talking about, you would get rejected up here near where the 200-day and 50-day moving average were, and it did get rejected there. It came back down again and is retesting uh just like it did right here when we came back above it. It retested it, actually went below it, and then pumped back up. It's retesting it again. And now what you need to do is get back above the 50-day, and the 100 days still do not want to buy you in the daily time frame. and you have to get back on top of those. You have to stay on top side of 209, this purple neckline, to continue to the upside and continue bullish. If you slip this and get back underneath the neckline, that would get uh, very bearish in the short term, and that would likely force you down very quickly to the 200-day moving average at about $1.99 down there, right? If we continue moving to the XLM, was the same thing. It's on the critical 25.5 cents. We've been talking about that for several days. Gave you the first mover advantage. That's the reason you need to become members of Jabroni Killers. Video description and/or pinned comments. $3.99 in a month. Industry cheapest and best value. And we made it that cheap so anybody and everybody could help support the message on a channel built for you, the retail trader and investor with truth, trust, education, and information. And we were telling you that there should be a balance when we were way back up here, when we were emphasizing this target, followed by a bounce, followed by a bigger dump down even lower. And you can see we did wick, but just above that 18.75 cent target. And then we did actually come up and pump right exactly to where we had that written down, which was the 100-day moving average in the daily time frame. And that's where we're at now. And we got rejected by there. And then, like we were talking about when we were up there and on our way up there on a rejection, your major area that it's going to come down to is this 25.5 cents. But you can see it did come down to the 25.5 cents. And that's what it's trying to do, just like the XRP. It's trying to figure out now, is this going to hold this and to continue back to the upside and try to fight these moving averages, the 50, the 200, and the 100 from bottom, red, green, and blue top, and get back and continue this pump to the upside and continue this mini bull uh, relief rally? Or is it going to get chopped down and end up below it? And if you get below it, just like the XRP, it would come down to the 22 cents or the wick low that it had before. So this is very critical over the next several days, over the next uh, uh, 2 to 3 to 4 days right now, in the next week, actually the next 3 to 5, the next week, good with solid week, the next 7 days. This is critical in the cryptocurrency and blockchain to see how these coins continue to react. Peace and love, my beautiful audience. I am extremely tired. The Rex eyebrow, 48 degrees. Cold front just moved through. Jade.